I'm live. Am I live? Is it happening? Welcome to my channel, All Good Things and All Good Time. I'm about to do a video about cooking outside the lines, challenging the norms. So I have some banana bread in the oven right now that is all souped up. I souped it up with bananas, blueberries, and strawberries, and added walnuts and an extra egg and some egg whites. So it's very nutritious, and that is the banana bread that's in there. But I'm gonna make some brownies. I have 2 containers of brownies here. All right, I got this salted caramel brownie mix, and I got a milk chocolate, thick and fudgy. All right, and then I also have some bananas, some blueberries, and some strawberries still to put into there. I want to put that aloha and walnuts. And I'm lightheaded. I haven't eaten anything all day, but once I started, I cooked the bananas a little bit and the strawberries and the blueberries with a little bit of butter and a smidgen of honey. And then I just started eating that, and so that's all I had. Probably had about 10 spoonfuls of that fruit today, and that's it. But I took about a half of it out, and I put it, oh yeah, aloha. And I put it in the banana bread, which is in the oven, and then I added some blueberries, and so that's what's over here, and that's what the picture is. Has anyone helped people get homes? Oh, FEMA's here, yeah. They're going to be challenged now that we have this evil devil in the White House and 4,400 evil people supporting him if you add up all the state elected Republicans and all the 53 evil senators who are trying to destroy our country. And anyway, yeah, they're not paying, and it's sad because it's the people that voted for Orange Lucifer, the people in West Virginia, the people in North Carolina that are being affected by disasters right now. They're not going to get anything from the federal government. But yeah, FEMA's been here. They're the ones putting me up right now. I'm in a What do you mean keep voting Democrat? The only help you're ever going to get is if you vote for a Democrat. Republicans don't do anything for anybody. They've just decided to stop. Yeah, LA County's working on trying to get $40 billion. $40 billion. That's a lot of money. Be very helpful for all the people who need help. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's the trope. Oh, you only got $750. You know what that is? Okay, that's the money they give people who need it right away. They don't ask questions. If you just lost everything, including like all your money, your wallet, and you have nothing, $750 goes a long way right away. If it buys a few meals, it buys some gas, might buy some of these $3 t-shirts, okay? Don't bitch about people getting $750. That's the first money they get right away. The no questions asked, right? If they can even be found or located. If they're registering, they have to actually take the initiative to go sign up, right? So, yes, it has been almost 2 years, and they're still helping me out. Our town is not built back. But on that note, the good thing is my landlord has, for the first time ever, since it all happened, insinuated that they'd like me to relive after they rebuild, but they're going to rebuild after most people. So, but at least I can start telling these people who are like, well, what are you going to do with your life? You got to get out. You got to live somewhere. Because we're all getting basically kicked out by February. You pulled off all kinds of creative things. Look where you are. Yes. Thank you for talking about something other than where you're living at. Right here. On the west side, being put up by FEMA. I think they're paying 10 grand a month to put me up. So, yeah. because everything in Maui is nice and expensive. So, oh man, let's drink a beer to the treacherous future that we have because of these shitty Republicans. The Republicans are killing the whole world right now. Our Republicans, just 4,400 piece of shit traitors are destroying our alliances with and economies of all of our friends and neighbors. While you know who celebrates us right now are North Korea, China, and Russia, and Iran. Iran is just fired up, although not really, I don't think, but because we're probably gonna this sick and twisted administration goes starting a holy war probably. In the fire, I gotta suck them up. Oh yeah, thanks, cuz. That is a polyphenol rich double IPA, the Torpedo IPA. It's so nice and bitter, 7%. Kamala would have been freaking awesome. Duh, Jesus, do you not? Why? How is it so hard for you to accept that Kamala would have been amazing? And then Biden was awesome. Hello, Biden was awesome. Added more jobs than any president in history by 2 or 3 times. 16 million, 18 million jobs. Brought inflation down, not up. Trump is bringing inflation up. It wasn't because of Biden that inflation was up. It was because of all Trump's stupidity. Jesus. Oh, God. Yeah, Kamala would have been great. Yeah, Kamala, God bless her. She would have been so great. Your life would have been so great. If you work for the government, you still have a job, right? If you had a farm, you still have a farm. If you had a ranch, you still have a ranch, right? If you were a whole state of Nebraska, you wouldn't be going bankrupt this year, right? Jesus. Holy shit. Do you not know what's going on? Do you not watch the news? That's why I'm doing a news program, to get people up to speed on everything that's going on. Anyway, that's what my news program, the god-awful news, because that's all Trump's going to give us. Yesterday, he tried to enact a 1798 act saying we are at war. Is that the stupidest shit? It's sick. Do you know Kamala wouldn't have done? She would have declared war. Yeah, we've just declared war on Venezuela because they've invaded us with their immigrants who want to work real hard. Jesus Christ. It's amazing, the ignorance and the stupidity. How do they brainwash you? How do they do that? I don't know. Anyway, this is totally off topic. But anyway, we're going to make some brownies here. I got some, Jesus, it's just, oh my God, that thing is beautiful. I got my oven at 420. I better turn it down. I was thinking I'd start doing news at 420, the evening, do an evening news program, the 420 evening god-awful news, you know. Now, because I love our Canadian brothers, I've been saying for years, because I've served over 1 million people as a waiter, bartender, busboy, banquet server, you name it. The nicest, most polite people in the world are Japanese people. Among the non-English speakers, but among the English-speaking people in the world, the nicest people in the world are Canadians, all right? They are Canadians, and they're also people with a good sense of humor. So the only thing I could think of when I went to the store that was definitely supporting them, couldn't find Moosehead beer. I got me some Crown Royal. Oh yeah, I'm like a king now. That's what Trump wants to be, and dipshit idiots want him to be a king. They don't want a con man. Jesus, it's like church, man. He's figured out how to take your money and rape your children. It's just amazing. What a great, shitty, dumb con man. Trust funder, never worked a day in his life, never been to a grocery store and bought groceries. Never had a driver's license, never driven a car. Is functionally illiterate. I mean, he is the most ineffective, like, useless human. Anyway, both my kids have a driver's license. God, he never succeeded in school at all. If you don't know, he literally made sure all of his high school records were buried because he was the shittiest student in all of his in his grade school. He was the worst. And then in college, yeah, that got buried too. He was the last in his class, but his dad paid. There's a building, a Trump building, paid for by the Trumps. Yeah, that's why he has a business degree. He never learned a thing in any of his classes. Which is why he doesn't understand economics. If he'd just taken basic community college economics, he'd be 100 times better. You know who did take economics courses? Wasn't the best president like people like to think he is, but the one thing that made Reagan good was he understood a little bit of economics. Hey, Reagan, so everyone knows it. No, we never got to see him. No one's seen his shitty records. Don't you get it? Like, he went to great lengths. There's a lot of documentation on it, a lot of, yeah, so, and then the last person, yeah, so anyway, but I completely keep diverging. Anyway, happy 420. It says it's 420 right here on this oven. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, you should see this bread. It is looking good. All right, so I'm going to add extra eggs. I added a chocolate bar, a vanilla chocolate bar, of not Hershey's, because Hershey supported the evil devil worshippers. Project 2025, the Nazi manifesto for the Republican Party, which should just be eliminated. I realized what we need is a party a lot like the Democratic Party, but that just isn't pro-war, right? And then that should be the only other party, not this one. We should just eliminate the Republican Party, make a party that represents women, workers, people who work, anybody earning a W-2, women, which is pretty much the same thing, the young, the old, elderly, and children, right? How about a party that just focuses on taking care of kids, women, people who work, and then, yeah, and then it isn't pro-war, and then those could be the two parties, and one, and they could be an advocate for lower taxes for the poor, actual tax breaks, not tax breaks for the rich, which is so crazy. Like, everyone, it's so, like, they're stealing all this money. Like, Musk and Trump and the Republicans are just stealing money, not paying any out. They've decided, since that abortion issue where they got to say, oh, we'll just leave it to the states, they decided, we're just going to leave all of government's tasks to the states and stop giving them any money, and we'll just keep it all because that's better for them. And then they're going to steal it, which they've probably already done. Musk getting into the freaking treasury. You tell her to figure out a way to avoid it, but at the same time you can pass. No. That's all I think about is how can we tax the rich? It's so easy. There's so many ways to do it. But here's one. Often people are paid with shares and they don't have to pay any taxes on them until they sell them, and then only pay taxes on the profits, and then those are lower than normal income taxes. So how do you stop that? Here's what you do. If you get 10 million shares and you're the president of a company for part of your paycheck, you take 40% that day. You sell 40% off. A 40% tax bracket, that's not socialism of 70%. You know, it's 40%. And bam. So you sell 4 million shares and you collect it for the treasury and go, okay, there's your income, 6 million shares. So much money will be collected by that one thing alone. Every freaking CEO in all the biggest companies get all their biggest part of their payment is in shares. And we just take 40% of those the day they get them. And then either sell them or put them into our own little sovereign wealth fund or sovereign health fund, whatever you want to do. But that would, fucking A. Yeah, and real simple. There you go. So that's just one of my ideas. Oh, Jesus Christ. If I ever could find one billionaire donor that wasn't a Nazi that wanted to help me get into politics, fuck, man. You have no idea. I can work a whole room. My dad was a lawyer, and I can present a pretty compelling argument if I need to. Anyway, God bless y'all. So, yeah, I'm going to make this brownie, and then I got this packet. Oh, shit. What does it look like? Oh, yeah, it's getting toasty. I got this packet because one of them was a salted caramel one. I got this packet of gooey caramel to put on top of one of these. What I'm going to do, because I have a little bit of banana bread batter on the side, I'm going to make a hybrid brownie with banana bread swirled into it. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. All of it's gonna have blueberries, strawberries, and bananas just all over it, and eggs in it, and nuts. Yeah, these nuts, these walnuts, and fuck, so much nutrition. I mean, you're talking eggs, so nutritious. Fruit, all antioxidants, and these are is it local apple bananas, cooler grown strawberries, you know, no pesticides, and yeah, I mean, I don't know how you make something so scrumptious, so healthy, other than and these nuts and these fruits and eggs, right? All the other things the same. You know, it's just brownie mix. But how do you make brownie mix a whole meal? Just like this. This could be a great breakfast. Your brownie breakfast. All right, so I gotta stop indulging in conversation with the camera, and I gotta put the camera down on the food. Thank you. That was for you, Tam. Just for you. Can't say these nuts enough. Just can't say it enough. You know, every time you say it, it brings a smile to your face. It's kind of like saying glazed nuts or these glazed nuts. You know, that's why I say all that when I do my comedy routine. When I pull my kukui nuts out and say, you know, sometimes I like to show people my nuts and then pull those out. And these nuts are glazed nuts, and yeah, I think those are quality words. Canada, we love you. You are the nicest people in the world that speak English. And you're funny too. You're funny. Gay guys are funny. Canadians are funny. There's just certain, you know, whatever. It's groups that are just across the board pretty funny. So, all right, I'm not going to drink that whiskey. Not till later. I'm going to do my news show later. And I was thinking I'll do a recap on Sunday since I've been taking notes all week, and I've told every story that there is to tell. There is not one story when I watch all the news all over YouTube, which I think I'm realizing I have a YouTube addiction, but way better than Facebook. YouTube doesn't screw your brain like Facebook does. Holy shit. Still 10 days, 14 days since I went on for 30 minutes, my brain still got fucking shit bouncing around from Facebook. This shit is evil. Anyway, but I need to start posting other places, right? So, yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. And what does I say? Well, at least you can work your way around YouTube. I'm just learning still. I'm such a moron. It takes me so much longer to learn shit than it does normal people. And since the fire, my PTSD is doesn't make it any easier. But it's all good, because doing this show, I think, is actually helping me collect my brains together and find my marbles, and you know, being task oriented, accomplishing tasks. Any task leads to more tasks. So, and that is the biggest problem with PTSD is the avoidance, which is like procrastination, and in its extreme, you see hoarders. Those are just people that have PTSD, and their avoidance is they just avoid everything, and after like 5 years of avoiding everything, shit's just everywhere. So I don't want to become a hoarder. Well, the best thing is, if the reason you have PTSD is because you lost everything in a fire, it's hard to be a hoarder because you ain't got nothing to hoard. You have no possessions. So, to my credit, I have no possessions. So, all right, so let's get to, oh shit. Oh my God. Oh my God, this thing is so beautiful. Oh, it smells so good too. All right, so let's get to work here. Now, let's drink a little more together first. Yep. During the pandemic, when I saw all these talk show hosts, late night talk show hosts, doing shows, you know, from home by themselves, basically, I was like, I could do that too. Anyway, I fantasize my shows to be like a late night, you know, TV talk show, but a little different. You know, I don't write anything. I have no staff. But I do love Jimmy Kimmel. He's got 20 million viewers. He's the best of them all. Seth Meyers got better after Trump was supported or elected because he covers it well, you know. A lot of people get their news from that. Stephen Colbert is a little weirdly over the top, but I still watch him. And Jimmy Fallon just has no chutzpah. He puts you to sleep, and he's got a fraction of the followers of the others. He's super well paid, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to renew that contract when it comes up. They need a new late night tonight guy. Anyway, but at least it's still going. You know, the Johnny Carson legendary show continues on. It could just use a guy more like me. So there. Oh yeah. Woo! All right, on an empty stomach, I'm getting my money's worth. Okay, all right, let's put it down here. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Woo! And I have a t-shirt on now, so if my belly shows, you won't see it. Oh wait, wrong one. There's the button. Okay, here we go. First we got, so those are the blueberry, strawberry, bananas. That's the banana bread batter. This is the chocolate. About to go into production mode. And here is the killers right here. Oh my God, wait till you see this. It's gonna be so great. My goodness. This is a masterpiece. Oh God, you see that? Woo ha! Oh my God. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, let's get up really close. Oh boy, like, oh my God. Blueberry, strawberry, apple, banana bread with walnuts and a few extra eggs. Oh God, such a good time. Holy shit. That'll be breakfast for like 10 days, right? 10 slices of that. Breakfast for 10 days, a fun breakfast. But, you know what? You know what? You know what? Let's move that over here. Let's bring this front and center. Let's get down on it. Okay, here we go. Let's put some eggs in there. Here, let's just get all this fruit in there. Okay, all the fruit. Look at all that. That's pretty awesome. Okay, we got the fruit in there. And eggs. You know what? Oh, I'm gonna put some egg whites in there too. I was so excited to find eggs and egg whites. I just bought them both. That's a good liquid. That's a lot of good health in there. Sure. Toss it all in there. Okay. And then let's get some eggs going. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Here we go. We got one egg. Bing, bang, boom. 2 eggs. 3 eggs. Still going, still going. Because we want nutritious brownies. One way to get nutritious brownies. A few extra eggs. And bingo. Bingo bango. Bing bing bong bong. Boom boom. Okay. Boy, we're having fun now. Holy smokers. We got some liquids in there. Alright, we'll just throw some milk in there, because you know, milk's got some nutrition. Alright. We got eggs, we got fruit, we got milk, we got these nuts. Added to our chocolate brownie mix. Good times. So what's going on here? Oh, and there's added chocolate. Yeah, and added chocolate. So, and it is not from that Nazi supporting company, Hershey's. Holy smokes, who knew? I can't believe companies supported Project 2025. It's amazing. Literally a Nazi manifesto by just the shittiest people in the world who want us to fear them. They want me to be afraid of them. It's unbelievable. Are you afraid of this administration? I mean, they're putting fear into a lot of people, the immigrants, trans community, everyone that's vulnerable in any way, they're coming after them. It's just cowardice. Look at that. Oh my God, that looks delicious. So delicious. All right, and then if you haven't seen, oh, forget it. I forget what I was talking about. Oh my God, look at that. All right. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If you haven't seen, like, you know, everyone probably has seen strawberries covered with chocolate, bananas covered with chocolate, blueberries, they sell those covered with chocolate. So why wouldn't they all go good in a chocolate brownie mix? I don't know. You know what? You could also put like tofu in there. I knew one lady put it in black beans to make her the kind nutritious. Okay, so now let's have some more fun. Kind of fun. That looks like this. Booyah. Oh yeah. Gotta love red, purple, and the bananas. Alright. And then, can we get this whole thing in there? Maybe that. It's a banana bread infusion into the chocolate brownies. Hella cool is what that is. Hella cool. I'll tell you what. Let's hope it doesn't like spill over the sides here. Getting right there to the edge, but used it all up. Let's pop that bugger. That bugger, we're gonna do oh God, it looks so terrific. Tell you what. Yeah. No, we're gonna save the caramel for the next one. Okay. Let's get that in there. Oh, just barely making it. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna rise up lovely like. Okay. Now, for this bugger, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom, like that. Just like that. Little chocolate chunks in there. Extra chocolate. And then on top of that, we are going to indulge in this caramel. Why the heck not? Gee whiz. All right, let's just squeeze it. Squeeze in the caramel. Who doesn't like caramel anyway? I mean, how could you not like caramel? I mean, unless you're diabetic and it's going to kill you. Be hard to not like. which I could become from this. I might become diabetic after eating caramel, so I should be careful. Buddy of mine at like age 70 became diabetic. So, in moderation, I suppose. All right, okay. It's a caramel. Soft caramel, the kind. Oh boy, I think that's going to cook up nicely, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Those are in the oven. Woo! Let me just. Ooh, is that? Can I touch it? Can I touch it? That's what he said. Here we go. Sorry, I can't read that. All right, and that just looks so good right there. Holy shit! Oh my God, I do good work. And there's so much. I mean, what? There's like several eggs. So many blueberries, so many strawberries, so many bananas, and walnuts too. So I just love the idea of having something that's super delicious with butter on it. It's also like a whole meal. All right. Shall we drink together? Let's see here. All right. And we're drinking together. Well, that bakes. Why not? Why not? Okay. I love calling myself Master Chef Craig just because that's fun, and you know, I'm not like trained. I mean, I sort of am, but I think that's better lighting. Let's turn this this light on right here, and yeah, that's a little better. Oh, anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching my channel. I hope it grows someday, but if it doesn't, I don't really care. Because you know what? If you haven't heard this before, it's what my great-grandpa said, and what everybody else always also says, but supposedly, and he was this super successful one, the famous guy, Mount Bradley's named after in Alaska. But you know, you gotta do what you love what you do. Let the chips fall where they may. So, I'm doing what I love. I'm loving what I'm doing. And that's it. So, if I lose another 10 subscribers today, I don't give a shit. Because that's neither here nor there. And I have faith that everything's, you know, happening the way it's supposed to happen. And of course, until this this awful president destroys everyone's life and figures out a way to destroy mine too. Will he destroy the monetary system and destroy the value of our dollar? You know, he's trying to do that. Will he destroy the economy and give us super hyperinflation like they had in Germany that led them to being dependent on freaking Trump's relative, Adolf Hitler. Here, lighting's a little better if I face the ocean. I can get that light out of it. There we go. Ooh, look, starburst. So, yeah, let's just hope for the best, you know, while the brownies are cooking. We'll just hope for the best. Let's see, where you're living, it's either, it's got to be like 5, 6, 7, 8, either 8, 9, 10. It's either 8, 9, or 10 where you're at. So an appropriate time in the day to have one adult beverage. I love the stories of the people that are 110 years old, and it's an old lady, and every day she has like one shot of whiskey. Oh, is it time for one shot of whiskey? Should I have one shot of whiskey? That will push me into the two drink territory. I try to stay a one drink alcoholic because, you know, I'd like to. Turns out when you get older, you're gonna want your 11:30. Oh, so what is it? 5:30 here, 6:30 here, 5:30. Yeah, it turns out when you get old, you want your liver to work. I swear to God, and you want your kidneys to work too. So it's good to have a little respect for them, and your heart. You know. Oh man, how haunting is that one story about the plastic in people's brains? Microplastics, like, damn. I hope I don't have a bunch of plastic in my brain right now. Maybe I'm just a ticking time bomb. Will I make it to my 40th high school reunion? That's the other thing about being this age. Like, you don't know if you got 6 more hours or 40 more years in life left, right? It's all just this, let's hope for another day for the next 40 years, hopefully. My grandma lived till she was 100 years old, so, and never a day when she wasn't independent, able to do everything, cook for herself, keep her own house clean, drive places, even though they took her driver's license, she's kept driving anyway. Just to the post office, I think, and then, and then she passed away from a stroke in the middle of the night while she was sleeping painlessly. So that's a pretty cool life. Never being a burden on anybody else. I don't want to be a burden on anybody, but the thing is, I don't think anyone would allow me. I don't have anybody in my life that would give a shit about me if something happened to me. So it's like I really got to take care of myself because there ain't nobody there to help me if something doesn't go right. Like my brother has this devoted wife, and now he's had a stroke. And man, if he didn't have her, holy shit, it would be really sad. But he's got it as good as he could have it, considering his predicament. Thanks to having a loving wife and having worked his ass off, having lived the life of a salesman. Not the death, he's not dead, but worked his whole life as a salesman, pushed himself to the brink, and then right after he retired, young, he had this stroke, and now, he's not really going to be able to enjoy his retirement the way he would have imagined and liked to. So it happened in the middle of the night, so he couldn't do nothing about it. Nobody knew it happened, so it just completely ravaged him pretty well. Poor guy. Anyway, I love my brother. And so it goes. Anyway, all right. How's those brownies doing, huh? Gee whiz. Let's check out. Woo! Tell you what. It's cooking. It's cooking at 420. 420 degrees. Ooh, baby. That bread, that banana, blueberry, strawberry bread is so nice. I'm gonna shut the. I think I can touch it. I can touch it. Look at this. Oh my God. It's so. Oh my God. It's so good. Oh, and you know what I made that with? It was just this blend of these things. This is this almond flour, so even less gluten. This one right here. This almond flour baking mix. But to make it a little bigger, I put in 2 of these little buggers right here. Little Betty Crocker banana nut muffin mix. Just add water or milk. We added a lot more than that. So, yeah, those were the base ingredients, and then I just threw in all the healthy stuff. But like, they don't even necessarily need, they have, dehydrated banana in them and stuff. So you don't actually have to add banana. They don't tell you gotta add banana to them, but of course you can. You can add so much banana or other fruit that you displace the ingredients by 2 or 3 times. You can have way more fruit than you have what could be a bunch of gluten, right? So it's a way to reduce the amount of gluten. Anyway. Oh man. Looks like the news cycle on a Sunday is pretty much a lot of rehashing of the whole week. They're going in on certain parts of it that were especially tragic, constitutionally tragic things, like declaring war on Venezuela so that we can just overlook It's just a power grab to be able to break laws, detaining people. That was the act we used to detain Japanese, good, wonderful American citizens, Japanese people. We just locked them up. And thanks to that particular law being enacted from 1798. And that is what, but luckily a judge, just when you thought democracy was over, a judge blocked that. But still, it's just so much. Why make all these judges and lawyers have to fight this and stop it after you do all these illegal things? And the point is the chaos and the dismantle. They just want to dismantle everything. You know, people being rehired for jobs, and they're going back and their computers are gone and all their paperwork's gone. They're going to have to try to refigure out how to give aid all around the world based on what they could remember. I mean, it's going to be, and I mean, people just losing hope and faith. This regime, the Fourth Reich, this Nazi, I mean, I'm so glad they frickin' did the Sieg Heil, because now it's like, okay, yeah, you can't really make an argument that you're not Nazis. You are Nazis. And that's what they've been catering to, right? There's no, not all Republicans are Nazis. Not all Republicans are in the KKK, but everyone in the KKK is a Republican. Every Nazi in our country, 100% of them are all Republicans. So there's that, you know. As I've said before, all you gotta do to figure out how to vote is see who the Ku Klux Klan supports, and then not vote for that person. Vote for anyone else. My God, could it be any more simple? It's so easy to know who to vote for. George Carlin was wrong when he said it don't matter who you vote for, because it really does. And yes, Kamala would have been freaking awesome. I don't know, because people's afraid to vote for a woman, or they didn't like because she was black. They believed all those freaking lies that came through TikTok and Facebook that manipulated their mind into thinking some shit that was stupid. But holy shit, I mean, at the DNC convention, which of course, but the intervention, see, Republicans have intervened in all the Republicans' minds by teaching them, can't trust the honest journalists, can't trust the truth as journalists, honest journalists are reporting it, right? Can't trust the news, but that's really actually people just working for the truth. And so once you get all these people stupid enough to just turn off all the truth and listen to all the lies and feed themselves nothing but that because they're stupid, you know, their brains get washed with this garbage. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh. We got brownies coming. We got brownies with fruit in them. Who makes brownies with fruit in them? I don't know. Not too many people. Craig, the Master Chef Craig. Making brownies with fruit and nuts. These nuts. Did you know walnuts have the least? They have the most omega-3s of all the nuts. And you need omega-3s. They're really good for you. That's one thing agreed upon by all doctors. And they have, I think, the least amount of oxalates. The toxic superfood, or what makes some foods toxic that we consider superfoods, are oxalates. And in Hawaii, everyone knows what oxalates are because they're the thing in taro that makes it so you gotta cook the shit out of it and then pound it into poi just so those things don't haunt you. But I never knew that's what oxalates were. I just knew about poi, and then I recently learned about oxalates, and then I realized, oh, you know, so that's interesting. Oh man. This banana bread looks so good. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the brownies are coming along. All right, well, I'm going to take a quick moment here to celebrate Canada. We love Canada, our shitty president, and of course no one in the news ever just realizes or reports on what I think is the obvious truth, and that the only thing he's ever learned in life came from television because he never learned anything at school. And so, and I think he watches the news like he demonstrates, right, by all of his antics. He's been watching the news his whole life, and that's where he's tried to learn everything he knows so that he can sound smart, right? If you listen to the news, you know what's going on in public affairs, you can sound smart in a group of people and use that to your advantage if you're pretty stupid. And so that's been his way of doing things. And for 25 years in the press, in the news, they just hammered on trade deficits all the time, and it made us feel like victims. It was irresponsible reporting. It was honest and true. They didn't know any better. But the truth is, it was irrelevant, and it was to our benefit, all of it. But yeah, that's what has screwed his mind into thinking that we're being taken advantage of, and everyone's been screwing us over, and like he's just this little child who's a victim when we're really all we've done is benefit from all that. Thanks to the invisible hand theory, free market economics, laissez-faire economics with a touch of John Maynard Keynes. Well, a lot of John Maynard Keynes lately. Be nice to reel that back. Another reason I'd like to be president. Oh man, so imagine if California gets $40 billion for these people, and if there's only 80,000 people that are affected, right? Which is a lot of people. I don't know how many people are, but 40 billion, 80,000 people, that's $500,000 per person. You could skip 20% off the top for all the infrastructure bullshit you got to rebuild, and then give every person $400,000 and go, figure it out. You pay for what you need. It would drive commerce and business, help people rebuild that didn't have enough money for insurance, send people on their way to go and buy a house somewhere else, or start a business, or stay at a hotel for 2 years or 3 years, whatever it is. That would be a way better use, I think, of giant piles of money to just funnel it right into people's pockets. Let them be the generators of the economy and not this moving money, because they move money from, one big ledger to all the people that own stuff and paying them huge rent and here because they had to. But anyway, point being, what if we just put all that money into people's hands? Here, the amount of money and the amount of people, it would have been like $900,000 per person. If they taken $200,000 per person for ash removal, I'd still got $700,000, and then I wouldn't have cared whether they put me up. I'll go pay for a hotel anywhere I want. I'll go use that money, right? And if I didn't have enough money to rebuild my house, that would help me rebuild my house. It would be a solution to all the problems and it would be a way for a government not to have to do shit. They don't got to do nothing. They don't got to do no work or administrative stuff. They just distribute the money. Let Americans spend the money where it needs to be spent, right? Crown Royal. Oh, I'm going to read the back. If you haven't seen my news program from yesterday, I'm going to read the back. If you didn't know what's on the back of a Crown Royal bottle, here it is. That's why it's such special stuff. Look at that. Smells pretty good as whiskey goes. Originally crafted as a gift for the King and Queen of England in the 1930s. Crown Royal represents the standard of excellence for blended whiskey, and fine deluxe achieves the perfect balance between unrivaled smoothness and superbly layered flavors of vanilla, oak, butterscotch, clove, and nutmeg. But originally, they just made this for the king and queen when they came to visit to honor them. And after they left, they said, hey, you know what? Let's just keep making it. It's good whiskey. And the Crown Royal label was born. And interestingly, as I have previously mentioned also, I've met a lot of people who only drink Crown Royal. There's a lot of different kind of alcohol drinkers, and there is a Crown Royal drinker out there. That's all they drink. And among them, like 50-60% of them don't know what's on the back label of the bottle. They never just read the bottle and knew that that's how the. Anyway, it's fun to share that with people. You know, it's one of those little interesting tidbits of trivia. All right, shit. Oh, mango foxtrot. That's some good shit. Oh, I poured the whiskey. I gotta drink it. So cheers to y'all. This is just a tiny little, maybe not even a full shot here. Sipping whiskey. I drink my coffee black, and I am drinking my whiskey neat right here. Canada, you make great whiskey. Wonder if I'll ever drink bourbon again. Oh, I will. If Kentucky or Tennessee go blue, although the governor of Kentucky is Andy Beshear, is a rock star. Still very red. So, but I will spend my money on those things that come from red states as soon as they turn blue. There's so much money in it for you. Oh man, it's so sad. All the red states, they just punish themselves, right? They hate the environment, and the environment punishes red states worse than anyone else. Like right now, this 2 days ago, punished. Yesterday, punished. The environment punishing these people. And then they're like, hey, let's vote against the environment because we don't think there's any such thing as climate change. And then, of course, in this disaster, every disaster hits them the worst, right? Like now, right? All this pullback of government funding affects red states way more than blue states because they're far more the recipients of the help of the federal government. And in like many states, like some of the biggest employers of the whole state, right? The two biggest employers in the state of Alabama, the National Institute of Health, slashed. The Weapons Depot is number one, I think, and slashed. So, yeah, these states are destroying their own economies. They're destroying their environment. It would be amazing if they were like, oh man, yeah, we should vote for the environment, you know? We should vote for help from the federal government because we might need it. And then if there is a disaster and we want help, well, we should vote for a Democrat because we won't get any help from a goddamn Republican. Because right now they've just cut off all the funding. They're just keeping it. Even though they're not bringing any in and they're still spending a ton. They spent more than they took in this first month, right? They're not bringing in taxes. They're not taxing people. They're slashing the IRS is going to make it so we don't take any taxes in at all. Every IRS agent's worth like $10 million or something in money brought in. Each one of those people, they're so valuable, and we just fired like half of them. Oh, that's good in some way. Oh my God, it's so sad. Woo! All right. It's making me do this. That's what it's doing. Just like that. So it's making me do. All right. But that's a beer, a strong beer, and a half shot of whiskey. Won't be long before I'm sleeping. Anyways, I've been getting a few things done though. This has led to other things getting done. Got a new phone. I had my main phone battery died, and you can't get a new battery anymore. It's so lame. So I had to get a new phone. The cheapest one was what I got, a Revel. Anyway, so we'll see. I'll try making videos maybe out of it, and we'll see how it does. It's got some things to it that other things don't have. It's got this weird live focus on it. I don't know what that is. That for me? Is that for someone making a YouTube video? I don't know. Oh boy, it's getting close in there. Oh, the smells of the chocolate and the banana, all the good health. It's gonna be so yummy. It's pretty fun. The last time I did this, I had that banana blueberry bread, and anytime I was hungry for breakfast, that was a great breakfast meal. You know, a little bit of butter on that, and holy smokers. Or saute a bunch of blueberries and pour that on top of everything. I don't really eat fruit enough or at all, but if I do this stuff with it, then I eat it. So it's a fun way for me to make sure I end up eating some fruit. Boy, is that a dirty top. All that batter. Let's get this all clean so that we can present the brownies in good form. And then of course it's going to take me like a month to eat all this stuff because there's a lot of it and it's so nutrient rich. It fills you up quick. All right. I love cleaning with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. At the end there, you know, a little alcohol wipe. Sure does dry quickly. All right. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. I just love that assemblage of words. And that's a band also. Great name for a band, Brown Chicken, Brown Cow, you know. Brown chicken, brown cow. Anyway, okay, all right. The caramel brownies with the blueberries, bananas, strawberries, walnuts, and eggs, and extra chocolate added. It's just about done, I think, because I'm cooking that at 420, so it's cooking pretty good. You know, isn't it fun being creative in the kitchen? If there's one thing I'd like to just kind of like encourage people and impart to others is that you should just have no fears in the kitchen. It's like it's a place to be creative and to be yourself and explore your options and do whatever you want. You don't have to follow recipes, advice on anything. And you can alter all of them or just create them in your mind. Just imagine shit and then try cooking it. So many people either have no confidence, they say I don't know how to cook or I can't cook, or but all it is applying heat to food in an oven, in a microwave, be baking it in a saute pan, on a grill, in boiling water, in boiling oil. Although I don't recommend eating food that's cooked in oil per se. Anyway, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you'll never see me cook anything adhering to any sort of rules. Sometimes I make mistakes and I learn from them that I don't like, but most of the time, when you mix foods together that you already like, it comes out in a way that you would like, whatever those foods are. If they're foods that you like, you can mix all kind of shit together that you might not think you could mix together, right? And that's kind of the essence of Hawaiian regional cuisine. What is Hawaiian regional cuisine, Craig? It's pretty much whatever the hell you want to do. It's taking all the influences of the entire Pacific Rim and Polynesia and Hawaii. Okay, so what does that mean? California cuisine, Thai cuisine, Japanese cuisine, Mexican cuisine. Like, there's no rules, because that's all the shit you could ever want to use. Filipino, the whole Pacific Rim, at the edge of the Pacific, there's so many different influences, right? So that is Hawaiian regional cuisine. It's all the influences with local ingredients, right? Which is basically cooking with no rules at all. Which is why you see, things, dishes that have nothing Mexican about them will come with a salsa, right? Or, right, and so on. You know, anyway, and that includes all sorts of flavors from all the Mexican, cilantro, lemongrass, you name it. Yeah, so kind of fun being a Hawaiian regional cuisine chef. And there were 11 or 13, I forget, chefs that collectively created that space. And one of them is our local famous Peter Merriman, an old friend, and Roy Yamaguchi, who you've heard of, if you've heard of Roy's Restaurants. Those are two of the 13 that created Hawaiian regional cuisine in 1992. And if you're here now and you go to Joey's Kitchen, he is a Hawaiian regional cuisine chef who was the head chef at Roy's for a long time, and then he went and made this killer little place that's like super affordable, local food with the Filipino influence because he's a Filipino guy. He's known as Joey Macadang Dang, and that is a great bit of advice. If you want great food dinner advice while you're on Maui, Joey's Kitchen. Before the fire, after the fire, forever and ever. If I was gonna go spend a little bit of money eating out, I'd probably go there, just because it's so good. Oh my God, they had these moringa noodles. Oh my God, so good and good for you. Okay, I bet. Oh, we got some action. It's pretty exciting. I think the caramel one is up and ready. We're gonna let it go a little longer. That's got the salted caramel on it, that shallow one. Oh, but can I just, look at this bread. Oh my God. Look at all those blueberries, bananas, strawberries. And it's like, heavy. So I'm just saying, man, eating can be fun every day, fun and nutritious. Just gotta make a little investment on a Sunday. I could eat breakfast off that for probably at least a week and a half. Gotta be 10 slices in there easily. And one slice of that, a little butter on it, oh man, that'll fill you up. So much nutrition in there, All right, almost. Oh. The top of the banana bread, chocolate fudge brownie combo, starting to just had a little split at the top, like the bread likes to do. But the other one, it's almost done. So it's exciting. I'm excited. Oh my God. And the world is really being put to the test by this evildoer, sociopath, narcissistic, sociopathic, malignant, narcissist, pathological liar. Like, shitty, stupid con man that people somehow decided was smart because he had a lot of money that his daddy gave him. He's bankrupted more companies than anybody in history, more money. He's lost more money than anyone in history. How's that for a great businessman? And if you laugh at him like I am right now, you're liable to go to jail someday. So I just want to celebrate the last days of my freedom with you while I talk shit about the traitor, the orange traitor. He's going to die pretty soon. Think about this. Oh, this is pretty intense. This is heavy. You ready for this? Think about this, right? So he is destroying the world. And at this point, all the anger and the frustration, the upset people, the voters, all their energies directed at Musk and at Trump. Musk can be removed yesterday, and Trump could die tomorrow. And then the Republican Party will be sitting there in control of everything. All these evil doers that essentially don't need those guys anymore. And the blame having been put on Trump and Musk constantly deflects the blame off the Republican Party, who's really to blame. We need to hold the 4,400 assholes that are supporting this idiot despot and make them the responsible person in the news, right? Like, it's so sad, so frustrating hearing them say, Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. Yeah, no, Republican. The word Republicans. Republicans this, Republicans that, with their shitty leader. But it's Republicans that are destroying the fucking world. And yeah, it's just sad. But they need to be the ones who we need to lay the blame at their feet. Because without that, what could happen is Musk could go away, Trump could die, and then they continue in power because they somehow are not seen as being, they're building, all the people are building their houses back one by one. There's probably about 25 homes built almost completely. The town, I wonder about how the town's going to look, like what happens to a town after it burns down. Like everyone wants it to look exactly like it used to, but obviously it's not going to. And there's been a few riffraffy things. One of them was the oldest matriarch of the Kea'i family, who had been living on the ocean for whatever centuries. They said you can't rebuild your house on the ocean, yet there's this freaking apartment building right next door that's still standing and it can stay there. And they're like, no, fuck that. And if there's one family you don't want to go against locally, it's our Kea'i family, our beloved Kea'i family. Probably a few others, but that's, anyway, they bowed to, as they should have, and they're going to let her rebuild her house on the ocean where she used to have a house. And everybody else on the ocean, I think, because they messed with the wrong family. So that's one little good nugget in all this, and kind of interesting local kind stuff. Gotta love it. It's funny. One of the guys, because they're a family who are builders and shit, and paddling leaders in the paddling community. And the story goes, one of them was building his house, and some guy came by to see, some county guy to, I don't know, ask him about plans, zoning, whatever. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. This is my fucking house. And they ain't never gonna come back. He's just gonna rebuild and be left alone. And I love that shit. Oh man. Anyway, that's local kind stuff. Everyone likes the guy that doesn't let himself get pushed around. So sad, huh? Seeing this freaking child. We have a dangerous child running the world, and he's making everyone hate us and making America diminished in every way. In fact, you know what's just disappeared? And this is the only good thing maybe will come out of this is American exceptionalism. We're exceptional. We're better than everybody else. No, we're not. We're just lucky to be here like everybody else. But now no one's going to see us as exceptional. Oh, we're better. No, they're going to see us like assholes. And like we're lower than everybody else. So good job, Trump. Good job making us all look like assholes. Thank you so much for that. It's such a cool thing to do. All right, let's take out the caramel. The caramel, walnut, strawberry, apple, banana, blueberry, brownie. Yo, yo. I tell you what. Oh, good times. Now I'll probably put that in the freezer, and then it might be soft in the middle. Oh, if you didn't know it, a close personal friend of mine was the master pastry chef at Roy's, famous for its chocolate souffle. Did you know a chocolate souffle is just a brownie undercooked? So the middle is all just not cooked brownie mix, basically. Anyway, who knew? The things you learn. All right, so let's check this out real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, let's switch them up. Oh, okay. So let's see. We got the caramel all over the place. You can see the blueberries around top. Pretty yummy. And it's got all that fruit in it. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, that is an ugly house. I got an inspection coming up. I got to clean. I like making this place pretty spotless before they inspect. I get inspections 3 times a month. Anyway, oh, let's move this over here. All right, and then the banana bread chocolate is in there cooking. The sun's about to set, and I need to go get some exercise. Even though I just drank a beer in front of you, I still need to get some exercise. You know. Well, sorry this video is so long. If it's laborious, I should make shorter cooking videos. I watch all these edited videos where, oh, thank you so much. I watch these edited videos, you know, where like it's just tight, cut. And I'm like, oh, if you don't know this live, you go live, you never have to do nothing. You just film it, and then it's already posted, and you don't need memory, and it is making a video made easy. That's what it is. Oh, mixed plate still there? Aloha mixed plate. Well, no, it burned down, but oh, maybe right there on the coast. Yeah, I think it might. I mean, the infrastructure's still there. I don't know if the luau's going again. At the end of that block, though, it's worth noting, the Mala Tavern is back open. And next to it, Honu is back open. So there was another restaurant next to that, Frida's, and then Aloha Mixed Plate, and then the old Lahaina Luau. And I don't know, the old Lahaina Luau might be going again. I think one of my fellow students in photography got a job maybe with them, doing photography, which would indicate that they're back in business. But I'm not sure. That light is so ugly. All right. So, good question, but maybe I'll go out on the street. I gotta get out of this apartment. It is a lovely apartment, and it is a great place to feel safe and to save money by not going anywhere and by cooking at home. And if I don't drive, I don't spend money on gas. And, you know, I'm fully spending as little money as I possibly can. Although I did make an exception for the bottle of Crown Royal. I just want to send a message to Canada, and I bet you sales of Crown Royal and Moosehead spike in this country. And anything else you can identify as a Canadian product. Maybe there's some Canadian maple syrup. I don't know. Like I can't think of too many. And meanwhile, think of how many products of ours is how much is gas? It's like it's $4 a gallon. But no big deal. If you got a job, it's not. It's any way in which I might end up spending money I'm avoiding, other than going to Costco and buying food in bulk, cooking everything at home, and trying to be healthy in the process, which costs a little bit of money to be healthy, but also, I mean, a lot of the super healthy stuff, I just love buying stuff by the pound, right? Like the onions at the Costco are $1 a pound, right? Because 5 pounds for $5. The chicken there is $2 a pound if you buy the the frozen, boneless, whatever's. Local fish, ahi belly I can get it at $8 a pound, and then it's some quality fish with a lot of omega-3s. The Ono at Costco is $6.90 a pound. Right, and so point there, if I go get the manager's special meat at the store, it's freaking $3.99, $4.99 a pound, $5.99. There's affordable poundage out there. If you're looking for it, and that's where I save my money and cook at home. And then if you put it all in a burrito, and those tortillas, if you get them at Costco, the big ones are 30 cents. I can make pretty killer meals for $2, $3, $4 that are healthy and delicious, and keep me from going over the edge financially. I just found out my rent, which was going to be $1,700, is reduced. I think that means it's going to be $50. So that's pretty cool. I think it's time to maybe reach out and get a real job, start working again. And hope that if I just have faith, I'll find some good longer-term housing here until I can find even more longer-term housing. And then I have a friend or two, but one that's coming in April that might want to buy a house here, and I'm hoping he'll let me be a partner and own like a quarter of it or a third, and then pay on that and all that, right? But I have bad credit, so I would need a friend to want to include me in a deal and work a part of the mortgage on the side with me. So there's no guarantees there, but that would be a dream come true. And then I could prepare for the Armageddon that these dipshit fake Christians, devil worshippers want. They got to have Armageddon. Got to kill off most of the people in the world so we can bring Jesus back. Yeah, I laugh, but it's true. These sickos right now in Washington just can't wait to bring Jesus back, after they start nuclear war. I know, sounds crazy. Just wait a week and it'll sound a little more plausible. I know, sorry. Sorry the truth sucks so much. God, wouldn't it be cool if the truth was like awesome? If like Kamala was president right now and women were being treated more and more equal, and we were going after white inferiorist organizations, and we were helping people buy houses and making friends with other countries. What if America was a friend of other countries? Yeah, Kamala Harris would have brought us that. I absolutely voted for Kamala Harris proudly. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. And maybe they stole it, right? Maybe they challenged so many ballots that they stole this election. And unfortunately, the Democrats didn't challenge. We should have had recounts in every red state, because Republicans may have stole that election with their tech weirdo Elon Musk and ballot challenging. If you challenge someone's ballot, like I just challenge someone and I know this guy John Smith, I'm gonna challenge his ballot, and then his ballot is made ineffective by just challenging someone's ballot. It's something we need to take out of politics, obviously. Oh my goodness, yes, look at this. It's like a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. It's a little bit brownie, it's a little bit banana bread. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, I'll show it to you in the oven because it still needs some more time, but talk about a cool creation. Look at that. That's half banana bread, half brownie, 100% blueberries, apple bananas, and coolest strawberries. Anyway, all right. I don't know what. I don't think I got. I don't got much else. Unless I want to keep drinking, and that would not be good. Any issues with the landfill by Oluwalu? Well, I mean, there were before we put everything there. It's all there now, and now whatever environmental devastation is and will play out, getting into the ground, not too far away from there is where we have some farms that we love very much. All of our local tomatoes come from there. Really good local tomatoes. And yeah, I'm sure they tried to line it with a big bladder, and they watered it all down. They put it in these burritos and brought it there and put it there. But good question. That's a good question. And the weird thing is where they dumped the ash was like in a place where like you can't see it from the road. You don't even know it's there. It's like right around a big little mountain, not a mountain, but a little hill that's kind of, I don't know, like cone shaped. And, I think for many it is out of sight, out of mind, but great question, because the questions of all the original questions are playing out. The environmental effects are playing out right now, whatever they are, however bad they are, and I'm sure they're not very good. Although I wonder how they engineered the landfill, right? Maybe they engineered it in such a way to create a barrier that is preventing that, and maybe they'll figure out a way to move it all a second time somewhere else somehow safely. Of course, that's what everyone would want, but where do you take it from there? And how do you do so without exposing, people along the route to the dust that might come out of it or whatever, right? So anyway, those are, I'm sure, the thoughts. But yeah, people fought it as much as they could, and then once they lost, it just happened, and then they just put everything there. And now all the lots are gravel, or they're being built on. There's no more ash anywhere as far as the cleanup goes. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much done. There was one little section still needed to be worked on, and that seems to be cleared now too. So, and they opened up all the streets, so tourists alike, anybody. I'm probably gonna go there and make a video of just driving around, showing you everything. I had a pass. I could drive around before, which is why I did, but it's kind of traumatizing. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it. And I'm such a low man on the totem pole. I have nothing, I wasn't an owner. So 11% of the people affected owned homes, and they're in their own world, different than everyone else's. And they're struggling to rebuild their houses in some cases, or not. People are building. The next door neighbor to where I used to live built a 7-bedroom house, right? And so people are just adding rooms on because they can just prostitute their properties, rent out rooms indiscriminately, and be slumlords. The slumlords of Lahaina are going to grow in number, and the number of people dependent upon them. Charging them ridiculous amounts of rent, which is going to be an interesting struggle, because they're going to be trying to get every penny they can out of people who are going to be struggling to work enough to pay that amount, and it's going to put people right at the edge of survival or rent, and it's going to create stress, people's lives in the community. There'll be homeless people as a result, people that wouldn't have been normally homeless if rents had been anything normal, although maybe, and it seems as though, and there may very well be an effort to create affordable housing for people like me and everybody who lost everything in the fire, and everybody who wants to work here. And the Office of Hawaiian Affairs is working at trying to get more money. They have money, build more Hawaiian homes. There's all these people on a Hawaiian homes list for Hawaiian homes, and we all want to see them get what's due to them. And workforce housing is a great priority, because that means you're doing your best to create housing for people that work that aren't rich. And I have a whole idea on how I could totally make sure everybody owns a home. It'd be so easy. Make a video. I used to live there. Crazy, sad, especially for all the small businesses. I will. Yeah, I'll go through there. Now that I've said I will, I have a conscience. It won't let me go. I'll have to do it. You know, and that's how you want to live your life. You say you're going to do something, do it. Be honest, man. You know, don't live your life as a lie. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's pretty. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my God, look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. Oh, brah. Check it. Oh my God. So good. Look at that. And I can't really see a dividing line. Anyway, you know, it's all banana bread in the middle, chocolate around, chocolate on the bottom. We got the banana bread over there. We got the chocolate with caramel over there. I would call this all this is what you call a good time. Having fun in the kitchen, right? Oh my goodness, it's gonna take me more than a month to eat all this. Of course, it's all gonna go straight into the freezer. Some of my I don't mind if they have like a soft center. I'll freeze them, and then I'll cut them up, you know, nearly frozen, and then put that into a saute pan and cook them the last little bit if need be, and with a little bit of butter, you know, just a little bit of butter. Anyway, gee whiz. So if you never thought about it, you know, how to make things like this a little healthier, you know, add all this fruit. Holy shit, 86 minutes. I talk too much. Oh, anyways, all right, so thanks for watching All Good Things in All Good Time. If you don't want to fuck up your life, don't snort shit, okay? Snorting shit is all bad. Ain't nothing good goes up your nose. Of course, avoid opiates, my God, and speed. And cocaine kills you now, too. It's not even a recreational drug anymore, so nothing up the nose. Don't take pills. Pills are bad. You know, if something's wrong with your body, you know what I mean? Go see a doctor and ask him, something's wrong with me. What drug would I need since something's wrong with me? But don't go to your doctor and say, hey, can you give me this drug? I saw an advertisement, right? Avoid pills as much as you can. Vitamins are doing you no good. Eat some fucking kale, pardon my language, or blueberries, bananas. Right? Yeah, vitamins, none of that stuff. Your liver ain't asking you, and your kidneys aren't asking you to filter out a bunch of pills, so don't make them do it. Wear condoms, of course. Don't drive drunk, getting drunk stupid. One drink, though. Might not be that bad. Yeah, the wrong relationships, right? I know a lot of people killed themselves. I've seen people in the news killed each other because they were in the wrong relationship, so don't do that. And if you know a violent person, stop knowing them. Don't call them. Don't hang out with them ever again. And you know what? Your life's probably gonna be pretty good if you can cop a good attitude and not fuck it up. You're gonna have the greatest lived life, no matter how much money you have. Oh, thanks. That's nice of you to say. Anyway, maybe someday more than 100 people will see these shows. Like I said, though, I don't care. It's neither here nor there. It's all about doing what you love, loving what you do, and not giving a shit. Okay. Cheers. I love you guys. Okay, so I might do some news later too. I gotta get that done. Sunday night evening news. But I'm probably gonna have to have another safety meeting. Maybe I'll drink another shot of whiskey and be a 2-drink alcoholic today. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thanks for letting me bake for you. And it is always fun. But there is the overall message here. Don't be afraid. Cook for yourself. It's the healthiest shit you can consume. It'll save you a ton of money. It's a goddamn good time. Even if you're all alone, like me, I'm so sad. I'm all alone cooking for myself. No, it's not sad. It's so exciting. When I'm hungry, I open up that fridge and freezer and I see this shit and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so good. Right? It's not sad. Living alone, cooking for yourself. All right, enough of that. Love you guys so much. Yeah, and if if you're a beer drinker, you want to support Canada, buy the crate. 1,461 beers, one for every day we're going to have to suffer through until this piece of shit's out of office. The Moosehead crate. So much fun and real with you. Heaps of aloha and big love. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Love you, man. All right, aloha. Oh, I got some ocean footage I'm going to put together for you. All right, so, all right, that's enough of that. Love you guys. All right, later.